Hello everybody and welcome to the ITK Soccer Show. That's some uplifting music right there.
What was it?
We were talking about what we could actually bring back as a permanent team. We talked about the Streets of Rage boss.
I'm happy at that.
No, Dan. No, wait till you hear this. That's it.
What is it?
It's
Something about me, probably.
No, what?
That's alright.
It's Sonic again.
Oh,
but
Sonic.
it's, I can't remember. Anyway, apologies for the technical. It's the 10th of December, by the way. Apologies for the technical issues last week. The file from 2 weeks ago uploaded with the movie file from this week, and then Dan didn't check if the MP3 was correct and didn't post that. So we don't know.
I was going to work. I was in a rush.
You know,
I don't listen to the show before I go to work.
Well,
who does that?
They had a good few listens and only one person commented on it, so maybe it doesn't matter.
So what you're saying is maybe any listens we get, they're all just pity listens. People just like pressing play so we get the yeah.
It's like in that episode of The Simpsons where they show a Krusty rerun, and it's like they've just invaded the Balkans.
Are you guys enjoying CompuHyperMegal Gobanet?
Yeah, I put up a post last night. I got about 30 likes.
So the most you've ever got probably for anything.
Oh, no. I got a great one for the darts there a couple years ago.
Yeah, who could forget that? Famous time. Do you remember this?
No, go on.
Dan retweets.
Dan asked Sky when the darts was back, and people cared.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's pretty good, alright. Okay.
That's great though, it's great.
Yeah. And well, it's Dan's birthday episode. It was your birthday yesterday. We're celebrating tonight, so we're going to do a really quick show because we want to have a few drinks and play a bit of pro.
Thank God nothing interesting happened this week.
Yeah, we're pretty safe. So you're 27.
Yeah.
So you're the same age as me.
We've for a week.
Well, like 1989.
Doesn't matter. No, you see, this is why I'm bringing it up. This bothers about me being an old fart and stuff like that, you know?
Well, you say you're 27.
I am 27. John, have you ever seen my identification? Is that how we can end this?
When I met you, you were 27.
Absolutely incorrect.
That was a good decade ago.
So you met him in about 2008?
Yeah, so you're roughly 35.
A decade ago. I am 27 years of age.
Okay.
So is he.
Midlife crisis happened to everyone.
Fucking hell. Alright, that Joe.
We're all 27. This will be the only show we're all 27.
If it wasn't a terrible invasion of privacy, I'd have the thumbnail for this week's show being the inlay of my passport. Terrible invasion of privacy, though. Can't do that.
Someone might steal it.
Someone might steal my passport number.
Should be me in the hospital robes.
That was brilliant.
They look great.
I hope they were tied from the back.
What's this?
John's arse is out. You're on Snapchat anymore, are you?
I am. When did you post this?
Yesterday. You might still see it. No, maybe it's too late.
Oh, no.
That's too late.
Maybe I just don't get notifications, you know.
Or you just check.
Football. Yeah. So, Gary Monk, or what did I say yesterday?
All the things that happened this week, and this is what we're starting off with.
Would you like to suggest something better? Would you want to start off with your lies about Toddy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That was gas because you said always retiring, and I just looked at it, I was like, Toddy signs a new deal.
That was the next day. So I don't know.
But when I typed in like Francesco Toddy retiring, I went to the news section in Google. Like there was nothing about
I had a
it.
very traumatic hospital experience, and sometimes I don't read something properly. Leave me alone.
Not close as traumatic as me hearing that Toddy was retiring and then realised that he wasn't.
Toddy is going to be 40 years old.
Yeah, I know.
And he doesn't play.
He can't retire. He doesn't play because he's been injured all year.
Do you know,
and I had plenty on Roma
do you know
today,
the thing about
so
Toddy? He's the only active footballer who was in FIFA 96.
Correct.
Why does this matter?
I just think
because it
it's
just shows how old he is.
Unless when he retires that we all agree to play every FIFA since 96 and play as him, which would be exhausting.
Ah, that's so good actually. I like it.
Roma really went downhill after 2003.
Yeah, and well,
for about 10 years.
For about 10 years.
So back to Swansea.
Okay.
There's loads of stories coming out. Apparently Gomez had a move to Dubai and had emptied his locker and it didn't happen, so he hasn't been playing, so that explains why he was good in the start of the season.
Also, he was playing for a move in August.
Yeah, Ayew has not liked Swansea at all, so he hasn't been playing. Brendan Rodgers has apparently been offered the job but turned it down because he thinks he's the next England manager. Okay. I think that's it.
Moyes.
Oh, Gary Monk is a bit better. I think Moyes is linked with the job.
Who's that?
That's me.
It's always him.
Gotta buy a drink now.
That's outrageous.
That's how it goes.
Alright. I think Moyes is linked because Moyes doesn't have a job, but I don't think that.
Well, he's favourite.
Yeah, but it's like when Alan Kirbsley was favoured for every job in the.
Who would you get?
Apparently, they have someone lined up who's worked in another league. So
I tell you do feel sorry for Monk. Like if that is true, what Gomez and Ayew just like they were the two big players
for the first 4 games.
Sigurdsson hasn't really done much, and then there was they're just not clicking. But I don't think it's actually down to him. Like the same thing happened with Michael Laudrup, who I think is a really good coach. Like, he won the Carling Cup with them. I know, like, they got Bradford in the final, but they still got to the final. They still had to get there.
Yeah.
And they won it with a pretty small budget. Won 5-0, got them into the Europa League, and they finished like 8th or 9th with him.
Yeah.
And Monk then did kind of the same thing. He come in, kept them up then, and then it's going to be the same thing again. It's almost like the
Just
Sunderland
like the
joke.
way Dan actually spoke like a humanoid from Swansea. He come in.
A humanoid from Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swansea.
Rather than a human. Anyway, yeah, I think it's just like some of those things where it's assigned the times.
I don't think they'll go down though.
Uh,
I don't think, even if Monk had stayed, I don't think they would have gone down.
I think
No.
they might have.
There's definitely 3 worse teams in the league.
Well, yeah, but not by much. Norwich are worse.
Villa.
Villa
Villa are certainly
Villa are
worse.
gone already.
Newcastle are worse.
Well,
We'll get on to that.
not on their own. If they're on TV, they're great.
This is true.
If
If they're on TV, they're great.
they're on TV this weekend against Spurs, we'll see.
We'll see. See if the run goes. We'll get to Premier League results in a sec. Some more news first. So, yeah, Toddy's signing a year extension because he doesn't want to retire after a season of barely playing football, which makes sense.
Actually,
go ahead.
Well, I suppose we might get the Champions League results. But
We're doing that, yeah.
on Sunday, I was drinking to Liverpool's defeat, and I watched. As listeners may know, I'm obsessed with BT because it's just so much better than Sky in every way.
Yeah.
But
Champions League coverage is good.
the Champions League coverage is incredible. They also do the European League football show. Same people who do the
Yeah,
Champions
your
League.
man Richardson, isn't it?
Yeah, and I watched it, and it's so funny. Stuff's going on in Roma. The stuff that going on in Roma. The fans put in 50 kilos of carrots, which is only 5 boxes of carrots, but still pretty funny at the entrance. And they go, "Here for you, you rabbits," because of the Barcelona performance.
Oh my god.
They qualified for the final round with a minus goal difference of 13, with only 6 points.
Yeah.
So they're one of the worst teams to ever do that.
It's the lowest points tally ever from a team since the competition went to 3 points for a win.
Yeah.
6 points. But to be fair, like, they actually had worse goal difference than Leverkusen. Leverkusen battered Barca as well.
Yeah.
Which was gas because like they knew they had to win it, and they took Barca play the reserves and Messi. But you know, Leverkusen were lucky not to go through, and I was glad they didn't. I'm glad Roma did go through.
And the owners came out and said we need new fans.
Yeah. It's a hard time
Can't
to be a
really do
Roma
anything.
fan.
I
Because
would say it's a hard time.
on
Like,
paper-
they're true to the second.
No,
round.
and that's fine and stuff, and like they'll probably get top 4 or top 3 maybe at the end of the season. But you know, Toddy not being there is sad. On paper, the team is built upon itself the last 4 years. On paper, it's a really good team as well. But there seems to always be the fans just seem very surly with the whole thing at the moment.
They're all a bit nuts over there, though, to be fair. Like,
Yeah,
them and Lazio
yeah,
are
because-
literally mad.
Well, Lazio maybe more so. You can't generalize the whole fan base, but I do know what you're saying.
Sorry, I know it's a different club, but Juventus had a match this weekend, and Pog was injured, wasn't there, but he was spotted in a takeaway in Manchester.
Yeah, because
he must be signing for Man United.
He
Yeah.
still has lots of friends there, and his brother still lives in Manchester. So
Yeah, probably. I just
but
like.
that's it.
What takeaway is he?
And like
Getting
really,
Chinese?
No, but this I think
Italian.
was the Daily Mail were like, you know, Pogba's part of Manchester, blah 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 blah.
could go to City.
I think he'd
No,
go to
okay.
Barca if he didn't go there.
I don't think he's a Barca kind of player.
I don't think he's a best player.
I think they're nearly going down the Galactico road at the moment, and I think they need a midfielder.
I don't.
Aren't they having tremendous issues balancing their books? I don't think they can
When's
pay
that
for
ever
Pogba.
mattered?
Huh?
When's that ever mattered?
Yeah, I don't.
I think
think
now
they're-
with if they're going to try and do the Galacticos almost approach and get, we think we can get enough for him. Now, personally, I don't think they need him. I think like.
What makes you think they're doing that? Like,
Well, look at the last 2 seasons now. They never went down that approach ever. Neymar was huge signing, and a lot of we don't
But
know
that
what
was
the
it.
transfer was.
That's it.
Suarez,
well, Suarez
Okay,
is a
sorry,
player
right,
that,
right.
like,
80 million. This year they couldn't buy anyone. Well, they bought people, but they couldn't buy any superstar. I think they'll go again big in the summer, Barca. So that's even if they win Champions League, I think they'll get a big name.
Here's
again. That's my view.
a question for you. Talking about their wage budget, would you say that the wage packet for the 3 strikers is bigger than any 3 people at any club ever in time? Do you think that there's been any club that's had to pay more money for 3 certain players at one point in time?
Well,
Zidane, Ronaldo, and Beckham.
that was a decade ago.
Yeah, see, even just because of that
Maybe that's
fact,
true.
I
See,
think
you're saying they're the 3 most expensive players.
ever on one team at one time.
I would.
I'd say Yaya Toure in there.
I would argue they're.
He's probably ahead of Suarez.
Yeah,
Well, that-
but like if okay, so you're talking City then. So you'd say Aguero, company in Yaya.
But
I don't. So do you think City's top 3 players would be more expensive to
Do you know what I think
pay
might be?
than?
I
than
think
those lads?
Iniesta could be actually top 3.
I think
Over Suarez.
Maybe.
I think with a surprise could have been United's forward line last year: Falcao, Rooney, and Di Maria.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Falcao's wages
Yeah,
being
Rooney was on more than Messi. until
Rooney's on
recently.
3.
No, I know Rooney's a big factor. I agree with that. But wasn't Falcao's wages being subsidised by Monaco?
I don't think so.
I think
portion.
Maybe a
I
portion.
think they paid like
You think-
a couple of million for the loan deal, and they go, here, you just take the wages.
Okay. Oh, well, then that could easily be it, John. Fair
And then
shave.
Di Maria signed for a club that wasn't in the Champions League, that he didn't want to join in the first place. You can only imagine that he was on.
And
Yeah.
also, they had drawn to Sunderland 1-1 the week before.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So
Sticking with Spanish football, so the Real Madrid, we talked about him last week, show that nobody heard. Obviously, they fielded a player in the Copa del Rey that was ineligible, thus making their victory ineligible. They got kicked out of the competition, and they've appealed it, and that appeal is being
it
rejected.
looks like it has, yeah. But like, Cheryshev actually scored the goal. But he played for Villarreal last season, and he got suspended. And I think it is ridiculous, to be honest, that a suspension carries over for the next season, especially to another club. I'm not a fan of that at all. Not unless it's something horrendous.
Is that something with the Dortmund player that Liverpool have supposedly signed?
Grosskreutz.
So yeah, so the thing
I'm not too sure about him, but I happened Rovers there last year with Keith Fahey, and it's just ridiculous. Like I can't stand.
But the
it, to be
thing is
honest.
with him that if he declares Liverpool in January, from January to January, he will have declared for 3 clubs. But he's allowed to do that
he's joined Galatasaray,
No,
but he hasn't joined them.
This is it. So that's an interesting.
But,
is he good, by the way?
Cheryshev or Grosskreutz?
Him.
Grosskreutz.
Grosskreutz.
And if you can spell
Gross.
that, you're doing well.
It's got that
And
funny
got the
looking
stupid,
B.
It's got the little B and there's 2 little lads over the O as well.
Umlets.
Is that what it's called?
That's what they're called.
I'm going to the Man City game, so if he signs, I'll get him on the back of my jersey just for the weird looking B.
Okay, look, listen. I'm
I
calling
don't
you up.
think
I'm
Liverpool can
calling you up on your bullshit right now. All this, I'm getting him the back of my jersey talk of the past 2 years. You haven't gotten one of them.
I did.
No Flanagans.
Well, Flanagan was
no,
if he won
you-
the,
I
won the
think it's
league,
if
which
he
he
won the
didn't
league.
do.
38 Flanagan.
You have said ones before. You were like, I'm definitely getting Colo on the back.
I was going to get Colo, and then I looked on how expensive jerseys were, and I don't really like any of the jerseys we have at the minute. So I
You're
was
still
like,
going to get this lad. You don't like the jerseys we have them in. Our 2 away kits are beautiful.
Grosskreutz, he's alright.
We play
He
shite
can
in the
play.
black one, and the white one's nice, I guess. But
He
I
is-
just
he is
don't-
a-
He can
He's a
play
winger.
right back, left back, or either side of the wing.
And Klopp has stressed that it's kind of hard to.
He's a good utility man. I wouldn't say he's brilliant, but I think he can definitely maybe help out. In the time
well,
that's
any
fine.
winger would, because
Or-
that's not Laser Markovic. Because
or
we've
even just he can.
we've one winger and he's 20.
and he's shite.
Is Ibe shite?
Oh, I'm talking Markovic.
No.
No, I think Ibe could be good.
No, that's what I'm saying.
no
But
problem.
right now we have one winger who's 20 years old. Finally, Karim Benzema and the debacle has caused him to be suspended from the national team. So how long is the suspension for?
I don't think they've announced it, but he just said that he's not in the running for.
Surely it's the right thing.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like as well. Bueno allowed
Shirley
him.
plays for Germany.
I think he
Who?
might.
Shirley plays for Germany.
Surely.
We're talking about France.
That is atrocious.
That was really good, mate.
I don't think.
So that was really good. You should get me on the back of your jersey. Go on.
I might do.
No, you won't.
A retro Leeds jersey.
We'll get to that. We will get to that. Did you hear about this? Ah, fuck it.
No, we'll get to it later.
Okay.
I think it's the comedy madness that happens at the end of the show that this story has to come
Yeah,
out.
high-rare comedy. Go on, John.
I think it's the right decision. I think what he did was pretty horrendous. I think him scoring a hat-trick yesterday was pretty interesting, though, because it was just like, are they still going to come out with the news?
How bad were our fucking team they're playing?
It's
Jesus
strange.
Christ,
It's strange
Malmo.
for a French team to have the moral high ground after like some of the things they've done the last few years. But I think
It's a
the right
shame
decision.
that this has happened because France would have been actually
Yeah.
pretty decent
Yeah,
at this. Like if you would have,
absolutely.
think of it, Benzema coming out of form, Pogba's two years on since the World Cup. He's playing. Man Utd, I think, is a great player. They've got some actually pretty good centre halves.
Yeah.
They've got a great keeper. Maybe right back they're kind of a bit maybe weak, but
Debussy, if he had game time.
Debussy or Sagna, I don't rate really either of them now.
Griezmann, who's doing great for Atletico.
He's brilliant.
Like he's going to be, I presume
He
he'll
will
move
be.
on.
He will be top 5 players in the world in the next 12 months.
He's going very under the radar because of
Isn't
who he plays for. Like.
Yeah.
If anyone even
in all
watched him at
fairness,
Sociedad-
like all great Atletico players move on. So it's strange that there's not.
If you look at him actually with Sociedad a couple of years ago, I was just like, this guy's fucking brilliant. I couldn't
He's
believe
great.
it. I couldn't believe a top team in just go.
Wasn't it him and Valbuena on the wings in the World Cup when France looked really good up until when they lost to Germany? Do you remember France looked great in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Well, the World Cup just gone.
Yeah.
They only beat Switzerland. That was the only good game they had. They hockeyed them. Him, Benzema, and Giroud.
No, they look good, and then they came across Germany in probably the worst game of the tournament.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was my memory of it anyway.
I was
That
like,
Germany-Ghana game though.
I mean, actually, they did have a draw in the group stage.
They drew
But anyway,
to someone shite.
yeah, but I was-
Honduras, I think they drew.
they were like on paper the French national team I think looks really good.
Yeah,
and we're probably
good
leaving
squad
people out.
as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, finally, just speaking of Spanish football, the Neville brothers had their first game in charge. It was more Phil than Gary though, and they were able to hold Barcelona.
They
it
were
wasn't even Phil.
Barca.
Wasn't it?
Well, they had another coach in charge.
Oh,
Who
okay,
the
fair
fans
enough.
want in charge.
Was it Angulo?
Yeah.
He's the guy Gary Neville put in there, which is smart. He's a bit of a legend there. He's a good player actually.
The fans want him in charge, though.
Yeah, it's very weird in Spain. Like there is that. Not that they're. It's a strong word here. So they don't like kind of people coming in and just taking over. They like everything kind of in the way it is, and like that's why Angulo. He's going to be first team coach along with Phil Neville for Gary, but I think he's a good appointment because he's been there for years. He was actually a very good player years ago. He's in a lot of the Spanish squads and everything. But regarding the result, Messi missed a really good chance. Suarez missed a great chance. Neymar missed a great chance. They had so many chances in the first half.
Dan, I agree with you that like I'm not. You watch more Spanish football than I do, and maybe they don't like outsiders coming in, but you can understand the fans' annoyance that they had a coach that they wanted to take over, and instead they got a football pundit with no managerial experience.
Well,
for like a top 4 team, it'd be like Guillaume Balaguer taking over Liverpool.
What an example.
That's exactly what it's like.
Well, no, Gary Neville's assistant coach for a national team. Guillaume Balaguer is Guillaume Balaguer.
I know
what you're saying.
He's sporting director at Basingstoke United.
Guillaume.
Yeah.
Still
like Gary Neville's only getting that job because the owner
He's his
Valencia
mate.
owns half.
He's his mate.
Owns his mate. It's,
Yeah.
Well, it's a big move. Like,
but you got to start somewhere. It's a good break. For
Leon were booed off by their own fans this weekend in the league.
They beat them 2-0 at
It was
the
also
start.
a Legends Day, like Janino and all had to do a walk around of the pitch after. I don't know if they're like
why did they get booed off?
because they're in horrendous form. They hadn't won
They're
in
shite.
their last 10 matches.
they're only good players. Your man Lacazette up front.
And,
Oh, yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
and they destroyed Valencia.
What
Even
about
Negredo up front.
is my favorite midfield player who's not
Gorkov.
Italian? Gorkov, is he not playing anymore? He has to be like 28 now.
Yeah, he's
So
been
sad.
around for so long.
I know.
Do you remember your man Victor Darushu? Played for Milan, I think. Is he still knocking about?
I really don't think so.
He wasn't very good. He was kind of in that category, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely the Marquisios.
Great man.
Okay, let's talk about Premier League results. Strange weekend of football. Everybody in the top 7 dropped points except for Arsenal.
And
Leicester.
Leicester.
And of
Arsenal,
course,
Leicester.
and Leicester. When I still
You keep forgetting.
like, I almost like they're almost Okay, starting off with an upset. Manchester City visiting the Britannia, and Arnautovic scoring 2 goals, one from a superb Shaqiri
Great ball.
assist that warmed my heart, even though it was probably for Bojan. And City never looked in
Could
it.
have been 7.
City
Could
never
have
looked
been.
in it.
And we were saying there,
Well, why is it so hot and cold for City? They're either great
They
or
can't
they're
defend.
shite.
Well, away from home, they're really poor.
They're
And
they're very weak up front. Like
Without a
Sterling
Aguero.
missed a few chances. Boney's not that good.
But you look at the Champions League and they don't look weak up front at all.
Well, if you watch that game, well, yeah, but Sterling has his one of those. Watching him for a few years at Liverpool, he's gonna have a day where he scores 2, but he's gonna have more chances. where
to
he
be
misses
fair
a few.
to Stoke, though,
Yeah,
they can still dig when they want to. They've still got Shaw crossing there. They've still got a tough back 4. And even the toilet seat, he's playing pretty well. Like, he's out of the spotlight. He's doing fine at a decent team.
He's not out of the spotlight. We just don't watch Stoke every week.
We'll get to this in a
I
minute,
like
right?
Stoke. I think they're great to watch. But they've got Glenn Whelan, they've got people in there who are experienced, and they'll sit with the foot out, and they'll just give it to the lads up front.
Can I talk about the toilet?
What about him?
So
Does everyone know who the toilet is?
Glenn Johnson. So I was alerted, and we'll get to fantasy later, because this is really unimportant. This is about the half table number. So I was alerted that I'm not bottom anymore, which spurred me on to play my wild card. So I'm really looking forward to next week's show and see if I can even jump up a couple of places. But anyway, so I played my wild card. So obviously I have the benefit of hindsight, as one does when they play their wild card, and I selected, points accumulated since the start of the season. Obviously players' prices go up and stuff like that.
That's generally how you'd buy a player. You're going to buy fucking...
I'm just explaining. I know, I'm not criticising. So I looked at the defenders. Could not believe
He's top 5.
the points that Glenn Johnson has got.
A lot of clean sheets. They kept like
Shawcross-
6 out of last 5 or 6 games out of 8. They've got clean sheets.
Well, I just
Shawcross hasn't conceded a goal this year.
He's got a couple of red cards though.
Yeah, well, one, I think.
He was only played about 6 games. I'd say,
He was
5 games.
injured at the start of the year.
But they've also got a great keeper.
yeah,
Butler.
He's in good form.
fair play to Stoke. So moving on.
Who is better than Mingley now?
Okay, most clean sheets in 2015, but whatever.
That's true.
West Brom versus because I was having this argument with Dan. He was just like, yeah, and your centre back sometimes look shaky, and I was like, right, so it's one or the other. It's either we've got a good goalkeeper or really good centre backs, because there's no way you keep more clean sheets than anybody in
I'm going to
2015.
say I still don't think Mingley. He may be in the top 10 keepers
No, he's
in
not.
England.
No, he's
I mean, as in for starting choice.
No, he's the worst keeper in the league.
The worst keeper in the league.
I wouldn't think he's the worst.
He's the worst
but I think
keeper in
he's.
the
I'd be
Gomez and Barrich are worse. That's it.
Okay, let's move on. West Brom and Spurs at the Hawthorns was 1-1. James McLean making it level after Dele Alli got the first goal on 15 minutes.
That's his first goal for West Brom, I think.
3
in a few
years. 3 years.
He's not a very good player, McLean.
He was lucky to stay on the pitch.
Yeah, but he had a terrible tackle. Sorry, we're recording this on Thursday, so it's been a while since I've watched it today, but I'm pretty sure Spurs were lucky to get a point from this.
West Brom are just their usual dog itself.
And Liverpool play them this weekend, so yeah.
We've West Brom at home.
Yeah.
Park the bus, West Brom. This will be fun.
Stand up Ricky Lambert. Second goal at Anfield.
He's a
Okay,
good man.
I love Ricky Lambert.
I like him.
Although my Liverpool calendar, when I flipped over to, I was so excited because I have so much things going on in December. Going to NXT, Star Wars is coming out. Obviously, lots of family gatherings, the holidays,
Karaoke.
my birthday,
My birthday?
all this.
My
your
birthday?
all these. I was at a really good gig last Sunday. I never have done this before, but I was going to on the 1st of December take my calendar off the wall and literally write in, just to kind of see in perspective how fun December's gonna be. Write in all the activities that were happening on certain days. As soon as I turned the page, who the fuck is there? Ricky Lambert staring at me. Outrageous.
Well, Balotelli was stuck on that wall for about 3 months. It didn't change.
Well, that's
Until
my
this for a
fault.
while.
This Ricky Lambert thing is not my fault. Watford and Norwich City at Vicarage Road.
Watford destroyed them.
Yeah.
Gallo should have had about 15 goals.
Can I
Yeah,
just say,
one.
everyone's talking about Leicester, but the job Kike
Squad.
Flores is doing is just amazing. Like, I remember me and you were talking in the Blue Haven a day before he got that job,
Yes.
and I said he'd be a really good shade for a Premier League manager. And I had no idea he was getting it. He just from nowhere randomly was appointed. The job he is doing there is nothing but outstanding, and only Leicester are taking because they're top of the league. But they came in, now they spent not much money, a little bit, but they had like 15 new players, completely new to the Premier League. He'd never been in England before, can even speak English, very slightly. And they've got like a lot of clean sheets. They've got 2 lads up front scoring goals. They play very good football. Very, they went to Stoke and won 2-0. They've got some decent results. And
And they've got the best crest in the league.
they're 8th.
They've got the most designed by paint that you'd be proud of crest in the league. Like,
And look, I'm no wizard on paint, but I'd be certainly proud.
Speaking of jerseys, how awful is that Norwich away kit?
oh, it's horrendous.
God
Norwich
almighty,
have 3 kits and they're all exactly the same.
Except the kind of the squares.
It's green.
Yeah.
It was a green, yellow, and black or something.
Is their home kit not green and yellow though? It's not.
Yeah, but they swashed them around or something. Swap them around.
That's not what a kit is for.
Especially, you know, when you wake up in the morning and like you have like a lot of sleep in your eyes, so it's tough. And just those like few seconds where your eyelids
Bit of
are
mucus
still a
as
bit,
well.
That's
Yeah,
conjunctivitis.
Yeah,
mate, but go on.
yeah, probably pink eye like, and you can
Right
barely
back.
open your eye and you just see like blurs of colours. That's basically what it looks like.
Very good analogy.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't let you.
John's
Would
gonna-
you relax, please?
Get
Go
pissed.
Birthday, mate. Oliver Reed over here. South Swansea City.
Dumb as fuck.
Swansea City and Leicester. Vardy could not break the record. Finally, it was
Did
very
break the record.
No, the actual record.
His
'Cause
record?
You see,
No, the actual
No,
record.
the actual
Oh,
record.
oh, yeah.
Football
that
for the Premier League.
Yeah, because you
That's
see,
how we do
I thought
it.
the Premier
it was
League.
very, it's very kind of Sky to acknowledge that
Jimmy
there
Dunn.
there has been there was an
Played for
83-year-old
Rovers.
record. Did he?
He also had a lot of big ties with the IRA.
IRA, I swear.
And he was quite a Republican man, but he was quite good.
Sounds like a Rovers lad.
Oh, Lord.
Fucking bow, scum.
Hoops. Okay, so, but...
You'll be loving the Rovers next season, and you'll be coming up every week, you know?
why?
Because I know you will.
I go, like, 3 times a year. Is
Well,
that
you
not
should
good
go more.
No, I shouldn't.
Why not?
I don't like it. Nah, that's not true. I do like
cold.
it. I'm very busy.
It is cold.
I am very busy. Look,
In the
listen.
summer months it's nice, but in a fucking March it can be...
Do you want the real
freezing.
reason? As you know, my Sundays are very busy. I practically don't have.
Play on
I
Fridays,
don't
man.
have weekends, right? So my only
Friday night.
I'm fucking talking here, you lads. Yeah, my only Friday night, or sorry, my only night that I can actually
Friday night.
let
It's the Rovers.
my only night that I can let loose at the weekend is Friday.
Yeah, let loose up in Tala Stadium.
Yeah,
Get your Mickey out and run around.
Get the Lewis into town. Just drink on the north side.
you head to the Palace, like,
Nothing wrong with the Palace.
except for everything in it.
Yeah, it's slightly better than some of the places you bring us.
In
Gypsy
ways,
rolls.
The Palace has better pool tables than the place you bring
Hey,
us.
look, listen.
That pool table,
I
Gypsy
never
Rolls, John.
brought you
Jesus.
there. I never brought you there for the pool table.
Yeah, but you brought us there to do a DJ set, and you had to be there like an hour early to set up. While me and Dan just had to play,
Drinking shots.
like have to dink the white ball over other people's.
I mean, there was
shields.
no
Break the-
there was no white ball.
There's nothing wrong with a dive bar. You know, it's not like it's above you. In all fairness,
That's probably true. Yeah. As insulting as it is, like I can be picky if I want to, and I will.
I wanna. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, Mahrez is a really good winger.
That for 600 grand.
I like how whenever a player does well, all these stories come out, and like how the Marseille chairman was like offered to buy him.
Oh, you're starting again.
No, not.
The Marseille chairman was like sold the player, and it's like, what's happening here? It's farts going on, people.
that was the firefighter actually.
But anyway, the Marseille chairman was offered him and said, "I won't be taken as a fool," and said no to him. And now look at him.
So,
Who's laughing
Can I
now?
say one of the undersung heroes isn't that last time is Drinkwater in midfield and who's at the back?
I remember watching Match of the Day once here, and Adam, my guitar player, was
Love
here.
about football.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was subjecting him to match. We were watching a pay per view, but it was Sunday, it's Match Day 2, and I was like, no, we're watching Match Day 2. Well, I am. So we're all sitting here, and I remember he just looked and he goes, "Drinkwater." His ancestors must have been terribly uninspired. Fair shout.
To be fair to Leicester, though, right? Like Robert Huth was. I think we all actually agree. I think me and you anyway did that last season. Maybe the signings to the season. Huth came in on loan from Stoke, and he really helped that defence.
Yeah.
And they've only kept 3 clean sheets I think this year, but 2 in the last 4 have been. But you know you can't take it away from them. Like
Really quick
like
for me-
they've got
yeah.
a tough run coming up now, but
Well,
you don't know what's going to happen. And their counter-attacking style, like they've had the lowest possession in the whole league.
Yeah, but this whole but this whole possession. You look at the teams, and a lot of the teams haven't had tremendous possession who are doing good at the moment. This possession
Well,
thing
Arsenal,
doesn't seem
City,
to be.
and Man United.
City, I don't know.
Arsenal, Man
United
United.
have
Man United have had the most possession. Slightly behind is Arsenal. Slightly behind them is City. And they're 3 of the top 4 still. But
Wow,
it's
okay,
Arsenal. Sorry, Leicester have had, I think, about 34%. So it's like literally give them the ball
Yeah.
at the speed of Mahrez, Vardy, Schlupp, Albrighton. Like they've serious pace. to be fair.
Leicester played Chelsea this weekend, and Leicester are 17 points ahead of them.
No, see, this is the whole thing I was about to mention. This hard run of fixtures for Leicester began 2 weeks ago, and I think everybody are they at home to Chelsea?
I think they're away.
I think it's at home.
No, where were Leicester last week?
Away.
Oh yeah, they are because they beat Swansea and they were.
So I think that I think they'll do that, and that's these hard run of fixtures. That's half of them done, and 3 wins if they win this week. We'll get Chelsea in a minute.
Swansea are, I think, at the moment the worst team in the league.
No, the Swansea thing was the blip within the run, but so we'll see. Anyway, Mahrez, I just wanted to we've talked about our Austins and our Ings and our Kanes and our Austins and our 316 and our John 16s, but I want to know,
Don't do this.
do you think that
515s?
is Mahrez really? Do you think Mahrez is somebody who can go down as a very good player, or do you think this
No.
is just particularly interesting purple patch in a team that
Purple
are
patch.
really running on?
It's a purple patch for everyone. Like to be honest, I think we
Okay.
all probably thought Ranieri would be first man sacked. We're all I don't think there was many people said that, oh, he's a great appointment, and first of all, would Leicester even stay up? So they've just continued on the form from last year.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't take it away from him. Like, all you can go on, like, we saw a little bit of him last year, and he looked okay, but we didn't, no one said, oh, he's going to be brilliant.
Well, in the words of
You know.
Jose Mourinho, he's a fool who did nothing here and he didn't even learn to speak English, talking about Claudio Ranieri. So,
Yeah, well, they had a bit of a fall out, though, because Ranieri did okay, and he goes, thanks for that. Well, you're sacked, and we're getting Mourinho in.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad idea in hindsight.
Well, that's not
you
like,
know.
well, they shouldn't have babbled over that. It's not Mourinho's
Well,
fault.
I think, you know, Mourinho will be like, he'll still have a slight dig at you.
But I
He'll
think
find it
that-
funny. Like, you know what? Like, how do you think Wenger feels like every time?
Yeah, but he deserves it.
Deserve.
I don't think that Mourinho's ever said anything about Arsenal that isn't true.
He's a voyeur.
He's
like
a
virtually
voyeur.
a pervert. Like
Well, observer.
observer from the distance.
there is an unfortunate photo from last night where Drew's sitting there with his hand out, like, and the camera photo's taken from behind him and it just looks like he's grabbing Arsene Wenger's junk. Which actually, if I find, we should make it the background. Or the thumbnail
Yeah,
for
would
it.
you work on that when we're talking about Man United? Arsenal, and, by the way, me and Dan had the most incredible Man United chat. I'll never be able to replicate it again. It was definitely the best chat I've ever had in this show.
Yes,
It was great. John had a wig on at the time, I think.
I did. Yeah.
You did, yeah.
Let's
John
go.
was doing it.
John
It
found
was
a blue wig.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. We're here all night. Southampton and Aston Villa's 1-1. Lescott restoring parity. Or excuse me, sorry, Lescott got the first goal and then Romeo got a goal on 73 minutes. This was Southampton at home. Southampton
they've
are
really-
fuckered.
They've
Fallen off.
looked that 6-1 has really knocked the stuffing out of them.
Mhm.
I'm starting to feel bad for Villa in the last 2
I'm
weeks. No, I hate
hate
them.
them.
I don't like them, but in the last 2 weeks, Lescott and Mika Richards scored from last week, and they were so happy when they scored, and they just haven't been able to hold on and get the win.
They're
Like,
not good.
no, they are the worst team in the league, and they will get comfortably relegated if there's any hope.
How are they going against? I know you think you mentioned it last week that didn't get broadcast for some reason.
They're statistically
Yeah,
good.
are they gonna, if they keep going the way they are, will they beat Derby's record by
They
a
will
point
beat-
or something?
They
A
will
couple
beat
of
Derby's
points.
record, yeah, comfortably.
Comfortably. They probably, I can't imagine they get more than 20 points.
No, they won't. Not the way things are going at the minute.
Like,
Although-
Leicester are only, 7 points off safety, I think?
They play.
Leicester.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
Well.
what the fixtures are this weekend. But he is making them a bit more solid. But
He will, but I think it's more just like the way even the behaviour of Jack Grealish, who I've always had is a little fucking fart.
Yeah, but that's
Overrated.
not indicative of the
No,
team.
but I'm
England
just saying
and
as
Ireland
a-
throws Jack Grealish
Yeah.
had one good
Well, I
game.
was never
against
upset he didn't declare for us. Like, leave
them.
him
Nobody
go.
was. He was just new.
Well, the fucking well, some Egypts were.
Well,
It's
a
just
lot of
because
people were.
If you remember last season, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing. So
He had one good game in a cup semi-final against Liverpool, who didn't even want to be there.
they did want to be there.
They were
Just
terrible.
Brendan
that day.
Rodgers it up.
They're terrible that day. Speaking of terrible, United and West Ham. This was a dreary affair,
United had one shot on target.
and was it the only shot on target in the whole game.
No, West Ham hit the post twice. Well, that doesn't count as on target.
no.
But
Winston Reid went very close. De Gea made it. Thing is about this.
and this
Zarate looked
this
good.
isn't a West.
He is good.
He's good.
He's
Isn't
scored
he?
a winner at Emirates this season.
I like him a lot. I remember he was like the next big thing a few
He
years
was
ago.
a shift for QPR last year.
Who wasn't?
Austin.
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 QPR dressing room was poison though.
Oh, absolutely. But it's a weird one though for him because he's, I don't know how to put it. Like, that's actually my point. See, you gone out of my head, so I'm just gonna pretend I keep walking.
Moving on.
There we go.
More on United later.
Just.
I know now. Sorry.
Yeah.
De Gea.
United.
There we go. De Gea. Right there we go.
He had a bad game for one city.
No, we didn't
No,
have a
sorry.
bad
This
game.
was at the weekend.
All the times that Man United actually defend, or not defend, but they got older. De Gea still pulls off at least one save every game. To be
Yeah.
fair, and it's like that's why he's the best goalkeeper in the world. People will say after it, he's still bailing them out. Not that he's bailing them out, but he's still probably
But he
earned,
is.
he's probably still earned them points even for all these 0-0s and 1-0s they've got.
Yeah. Sure.
Like, there
Sure.
hasn't really been, like, if you look at it, like, keepers at the top, Joe Hart, I don't think really he's done much. Obviously, he's helping them. But he's not, like, definitely, like, Czech maybe once or twice. Definitely in the Liverpool game, he made a few good saves. And once or twice against Sunderland, actually, he made a few good saves as well. But De Gea is doing it constantly.
Yeah.
And even in the Champions League against CSKA Moscow a couple of weeks ago, Dumbia was clean through, and De Gea came back with Smalling on the line and Young, and like it's just he's still doing it. So that's a worry I'd have for Man United personally. Forget about the attack; they're still giving away these chances, but they're just lucky that they probably got the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah. And he's most likely going to be staying.
Why?
Well, maybe
Just-
not now, I
I
suppose.
still think if Madrid go for you, it's the only time I've ever seen them not get a player was De Gea last month.
Arsenal and Sunderland. Giroud scored twice for both teams. Joel Campbell got Arsenal off the mark, and then it was OG for Giroud just on the stroke of half time. He remedied that 63 minutes, and then Aaron Ramsey, the best attacking midfielder in England according to Steve Gerrard,
He is excellent. To be fair.
scored deployed as a winger for the whole
Can,
season.
can I just say that Ramsey,
Scored on 19 minutes.
if you look around Europe,
90
like, just
minutes.
taking it on that point, I'm going to say there's 2 players in the whole of Europe, not 3, who are midfielders, just middle of the park, who've got everything on a game, and he'd be one of them. Is he all round? Is he not bad at like anything?
And who else? Pogba.
Pogba and probably Marquisio.
Yeah, don't worry.
Marquisio, hold on, Dan. Marquisio does not have
Everything.
pace.
Maybe
We're
not
gonna count
pace, but I'm just talking about
He's got great vision.
vision. He'll finish.
He will finish.
He'll control a game.
Yeah.
He will.
No, I wouldn't call him a great
good
defender.
shots.
I wouldn't call him a great defender.
Tactically, I think he's good. I like him.
Sure, I'd say.
Like I think. Well, I'm
should
just saying
compare
in terms of
Pogba.
like everything in a midfielder, Pogba and maybe Ramsey are probably for everything.
Yeah, he's good at most things. He's not great at anything.
Do you think with Cazorla now he can actually progress and maybe cement his place in as maybe number 8 in midfield instead of being put out wide to do a job and help just do the donkey
you
work?
think so?
I
You'd
think
like
that's
to
the
think.
best he's got.
You'd like you think he'd go, but I think
No, but
Santi
you
in the
like-
misses is a huge loss.
Yeah, but see,
as well.
like one would think that
He needs to stay fit.
if everything goes the way it's supposed to go for Wenger, he probably sees Ramsey as the successor to Santi.
I don't think he can control a game like he could, but I think.
But he has
It-
everything.
Well, no, I don't think he's as good as Cazorla doing it. But I'm just saying Ramsey, he can do anything, though. He can do anything.
Okay, let's move on.
I just want to say that Arsenal looked very shaky, and Sunderland could have won it. Bruni missed a couple of good
Oh,
shots.
absolutely.
Really?
Oh, I said this to you on Saturday.
Did you?
Yeah, they were. It's one of those games for Arsenal. They didn't get any injuries. They didn't play well, but they won. And Ramsey got 90 minutes. Walcott got, was it half an hour? Chamberlain got an hour. And there was no new injuries. And they won. They didn't play great, but they won. It was a really good night for Arsenal.
because of the wind and the storms. This weekend was mental.
And a lot of teams dropped points. It was a great weekend for Arsenal. It was a great weekend. Even though
Very,
they
very,
played shite,
very,
but-
very, very much so. Chelsea and Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. This was basically a game where Chelsea were fairly dominant, especially in the second half.
Should have been
they
2 or
just-
3 down, though, in the first 20 minutes.
The first 20 minutes was different, yes. They couldn't make a break. It was very reminiscent of... Basically, the whole second half was exactly like the last 20 minutes of the Stoke game from a couple of weeks ago.
Well, no, but they did. Boric didn't really make a save.
Yeah,
To be fair, there
but
was-
it was the same the Stoke game. They weren't getting any shots away.
Well,
At all.
He's playing at Hazard up front, who hasn't scored a goal all season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
So-
weird. Like, Costa's back now,
Throwing
but anyway,
his
the Costa thing seems to have blown over midweek, but it wasn't the case at the time. And then Glenn Murray, who subbed on in 81 minutes, scored.
He was
22
technically
minutes.
offside by the rule, but I'm glad it stayed on because
Okay.
you'd like that sort of benefit to go to the attacker. Because, like, even if you freeze it down, there's no way a referee easily could have seen that. Or, like, have a guy in, like, say, video replays or whatever for that. For a goal line, yeah, absolutely. But for that, there's so much, it was so small. Like, his toe was offside in theory. But
Yeah.
you'd like to have the go to the strike. I was glad it stood.
Another thing,
personally.
back to my praise of BT for the Champions League thing, they have Howard Webb in a box.
Oh, that's so good.
So
I
they're
love how
keeping
he
him in
ran
his
the
box.
box.
Yeah, so like the Mata decision, they had him out and he goes, I would have given it by the rules. It's disallowed, like. But I just thought it's great. That,
It's
like,
good. No, I really enjoyed
I
that
still don't
too.
understand, though, on a Saturday why they have 4 commentators.
No, I knew that.
Michael Owen, though. God.
More on him later. He's my hero of the week.
Oh, from his meltdown.
No.
Okay, anyway. Okay, so Newcastle hosted Liverpool at St James's Park. Liverpool coming off the Capital 6-1 victory over Southampton, which was top banter. And it was a toothless Liverpool performance. It was very, very unlike them. Very few shots on target. Newcastle were so up for it. The crowd were unbelievably loud.
Yeah, Liverpool would have had to score in the first
Yeah.
20 minutes, I'd say.
And I think that's
Fair to say.
Newcastle's thing. We were joking earlier that it's only when they're on TV, but that seems to be Newcastle's theme. Like, it's kind of like the City game. When they go down, they're
And the
done.
Chelsea game as well.
Yeah, when they go down by 1, they're done. But until then, especially at home or in a derby, it seems that they've got.
They're ridiculously like Leeds this year.
Yeah.
I mean, like we could actually be fine.
Bit
We could
harsh.
go a goal down, and we crumble. Well, it's not harsh because we're right.
Just to get back to the scores, Martin Skrull scored an own goal. His 17
See,
billion.
Carragher
Did
was
you see
happy.
his, his face?
You could not believe it. On 69 minutes, and then Newcastle scored again on 90.
Newcastle were very good. They
Windjammer.
didn't actually play you though. They just beat you by solid hard work. And for to say that
solid work, yeah.
to say that about a Newcastle team is like, it's like I've got 6 heads.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, I don't think it's a Liverpool perspective. Obviously, that's where I'm coming from, but there was so much hype around them over the last couple of weeks. And then, obviously, the Capital One Cup only really fueled it. It was like, not only are they getting points, but now they look like they could kind of destroy people. And it already started with the Man City thing. But it seems that was very unexpected. And it seems to really hurt the idea of what Liverpool could be by the end of the season, in my opinion.
That's true. I think it put like a lot of the bookies and a lot of people just like, oh yeah, so they're still Liverpool.
What are the odds now after that match?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was mental. They were 6-1 before they even kicked the ball on Saturday because everyone dropped points, which is mental. It was Liverpool's like 5th game in 15 days. The team that he put out was wrong, I think.
I do kind of agree.
But,
It was unfortunate.
Sturridge is injured again.
Sturridge is injured again, by the way.
It's not news.
Supposedly, this is going to be very, very quick recovery,
He's-
but who knows?
Yeah, but the problem is I know
He'll
he
just
actually
keep
looked
getting
good in the
injured, I know.
Southampton thing, but you can't keep. Your body will just say no.
Well, that's
eventually.
all what Klopp thinks.
But that's all in the head, though. It is a lot of injuries are a lot
No,
of.
this one isn't. This is a scam.
This unfortunately is not dead. So he's a broken man in every way, it seems.
But I said though to you, which you didn't agree with, was quite odd, Neil. There's no point in going and beating Man City 4-1. Beating Chelsea 3-1 away,
Yeah.
losing to Palace at home, then going the next week and beating City,
Well, of course there's a point.
and then
Of course
I'm
there's a
just
point.
saying that
No, listen to me.
you're getting.
No, I know what you're saying. What you're saying in theory is that if you're able to beat the big guns,
you're
you
saying the
shouldn't
points
be,
is balanced out because you got 6 and 6.
you shouldn't be able to try. Yeah, of course it does, because Liverpool has to be realistic, right? We have to be realistic, whether it's Klopp or whether it's anything else. Yes, it's a great squad of players. Yes, it's a world class manager, but it's a transitional period. They're coming in after a really bad season last year. They're coming in after a really dodgy start. All he can do first is stability. It's not like we're going to be the way we were 3 years ago. And as well as that, what people are failed to realise is that as much as Arsenal almost in cases and Man United certainly in others, our injury record this year has been terrible. Benteke's been injured. Ings is out for the season. Gomez, who looked really bright, one of the brightest things about the Rodgers era this year so far, is gone. We had to play Brad Smith tonight. That was our second choice.
That's
of
Europa
the
League.
whatever his fucking name is. That's our second choice. Yeah, but that's where Gomez would have stood in, right? No doubt. Our best central defender is injured. Our captain is injured. Our best forward is injured. Our playmaker, Coutinho, has been out for 4 games. Like, you might be...
A lot of teams have had injuries. Like,
Yeah,
Arsenal
but-
had 11
okay,
out of one
okay.
stage.
And
City have had Aguero and
sorry,
Silva.
Well, Arsenal
okay.
have fake injuries. Like
Okay,
Siski
hold
would
on.
never play anyway.
Okay, Aguero's
Outside
still
game.
Aguero's been more fit than he hasn't been fit. And I mentioned Arsenal before I went into this, so I want you to recognise that. The fact is that Liverpool's injuries, if you just even look at that, and you look at by rights what should happen when a new manager comes in, I would happily take the points we've got, and I don't care who they're against.
Sure.
Yeah, we should. In theory, we should be able to beat Newcastle the way Newcastle are, considering what we've been able to do. But look at our fucking squad.
Oh no, I do. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I think
been
Henderson is a loss in
ravaged.
there. I don't think Milner is really cutting at the moment.
No.
But
Like, what do you think?
said-
What do you think of the idea of a fit Daniel Sturridge and Danny Ings instead of
Yeah,
Firmino and Benteke? What would that have done?
I really wouldn't even include the Sturridge in it.
But just in theory, like, well, you have to,
theory.
because he's played this year and he's
looked
looked great when he's
Aguero's
played.
going to play 38 games. In
No,
the Premier League this year.
no. But I'm just saying, with injuries, it still counts. Do you know what I mean? It still counts.
Yeah. The best player in the Premier League is injured more often than not for Man City.
Okay, well, if you don't want to count Sturridge, let's just say instead of Firmino and Benteke, you had Ings and you had Coutinho.
Yeah, I think Ings would have been good. That's what, he can definitely stretch.
You've Ings and you've Coutinho.
Look,
So-
no, I'm not saying it's not excuses. I'm just saying.
Well,
It's a shame what's
okay.
happening. But I think I actually made the point about 3 weeks ago that can you beat a team if they put 11 on the ball and are tough to beat and don't want to take you on in a match?
We have.
Because Klopp
Not what Firmino, but Tech.
We have.
he is kind of
We have.
he's
We
kind
have
of
with those two.
rock and roll, kind of more counter attacking, run and be direct when you get it and go and hit them on the break. That's what he is. He's not going to really have 60-70% of possession. He's not that manager.
Counter attacking.
No, but it's effective pressing at the right times, and cultured counter attacks is what he bases himself on. But you can do that against the top teams when they're coming against it, especially away from home, because they're going to push up anyway. They could have Demichelis and Mangala, or they could have Terry and Cahill, who are completely just no confidence. They can hit them players like that on the break, but can you do it when whoever, McLaren or Pardew, whoever.
Oh, sure, you're going to say it. I call Thursday night in Stoke.
I call Thursday night and Stoke. But like, if they drop a little bit deeper and go, look, you can have a bit of the
Thursday
ball.
night. I don't think Stoke
because
play Europa League.
You're still, especially without Coutinho, I don't think there's no real any creative thing in that team.
Listen, Dan,
including Firmino.
Dan, if you look
Oh,
at
John's doing like this is everything we had last week.
Yeah,
so
I know.
This better come up this week.
Listen, I will. Listen.
This is the Neil and Dan segment.
That's like the people who listen and like the people who complain that I talk about Liverpool too much. I'd stay out of that.
Yeah, but
what's your opinion of this, John?
Hold on, can I make my? I don't
think Benteke is good enough against the team.
Can I just make one point?
I don't think Firmino's
before I forget. Well, like you see, this is the thing, and you were his biggest supporter after Man City game. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
That's fickleness. That's
I think he'll be good. I think he's good, even if Origi would play instead of Benteke.
He did look terrible against Newcastle. Well, everyone did.
Well
done to Klopp by the way for calling it that we played shit. To be fair,
but Moreno did get goal this season, so.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, no, we should mention that. That's pretty important.
Well, I can also say that Coutinho's goal, Benteke's goal against Bournemouth never should have stood.
That's fair.
And Ramsey's goal against you should have stood as well to start the season.
But so these things
bounce out. So I wouldn't even look at that.
Just in regards to this whole Klopp style play, and if people put the men behind the ball, if anything that this league has taught us this season is that most teams, not named Leicester, can't break down people who put loads of men behind the ball. This is what's happening this year. Chelsea aren't able to do it. City aren't able to do it. United certainly haven't been able to do it. Like teams,
Arsenal struggle against Sunderland.
Like teams are like this whole mentality, this whole idea of if you don't have enough guile, that the best tactic is to hold on.
That's what I'm worried about now in the Premier League in terms of going into Europe. I think that's it, because no teams in the Premier League are good enough really on the ball. As we said earlier, there's Man United not scoring goals. Arsenal, you don't really know what they're going to do at times. City can beat a team 5-0 or they could lose 3-0. You don't know what they're going to do. While then you've got other teams like Leicester counter-attacking. You've got Spurs, high pressing game as well. Liverpool, their high pressing game. They're not controlling the ball. When they go into Europe, I think they could be embarrassed because they're not going to have the ball, and the game is still at a possession game in Europe at the moment because none of the big teams are 11 men behind the ball counter-attack. They're not really like that.
Dan, I would have to disagree with you almost completely there. If teams in Europe are playing as you say they are, then they're the teams that Liverpool do well against, because teams like Southampton, City and Chelsea, who we've played, were that.
They will break teams down. They will be too good though.
But maybe.
The top teams in Europe will beat any team.
Obviously, that's a silly thing to say. Like, yes, if I'm not saying,
I mean, the top teams in Europe would beat the top teams in Premier League.
Well, obviously, Barcelona have the greatest forward line put on a pitch for at all time. Like, people talk about that Brazilian Ronaldinho, and Rivaldo, but that wasn't nearly as good as people say it was. Like, it won the World Cup, but it didn't win the World Cup by outscoring people. It won it because it was a better team.
I just think
yes, I fully agree that if Liverpool came across.
I'm not talking about Liverpool, to be honest. I'm talking about.
I absolutely agree with you. But like, you can see by the records, teams can't win at home. The big teams can't win at home.
That's what I'm saying, though. The big teams can't win at home, and they're relying on counter-attacking when they're not using the ball the way they should be. The standard of the Premier League. I'm really actually enjoying this year's Premier League because it's so great. Wacky. It's wacky. It is the wacky races with Dick Dastardly leading as Claudio Ranieri. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. But I'm just saying though that I don't think that the standard of keeping a ball where it happened wrong. I'm not saying keeping it for sake like Van Gaal. I'm saying just keeping it and having actually incisive forward passing. Where is that going from the Premier League? It's not there. And if you look at the away wins this season, I would be worried if they went into Europe. That's just my view. With some of the top teams in the Premier League would go against the top teams of Spain. Like even Germany, Wolfsburg did a number on Man United. And they've got Bentner.
Well, Bentner doesn't play. So.
He's on the bench. But like,
that means nothing.
That does mean something. Like that's really. If he's in the squad, like
no, it does. Well,
like, I'm just saying the standard. If you say Wolfsburg is 4th or 5th in the German league, they were unlucky to lose at Old Trafford, and then they beat them the other night to top the group. PSV got 4 points against them. It's
a very poor United team.
Arsenal struggled against Olympiacos.
Yeah, it's poor.
First time Arsenal didn't struggle against Olympiacos.
Hold on, this is a point down.
No, they didn't. They lost the game to Olympiacos. They played their reserve goalkeeper for whatever reason, and Olympiacos scored lucky goals.
John, you're saying that it's a poor United, but that's the point Dan is making. A poor United is 3rd in the Premier League.
Oh, it's a bad season.
That's what he's saying.
No. The thing I'm arguing with Dan is that first, like the whole possession thing, it's very hard to think about it because Swansea keep possession. They can't score. Barcelona aren't the best team in the world now because they keep the ball. They're the best team because they've got 3 players that if the ball falls to pretty much anywhere they'll score. That's why they won the Champions League last year. It's not because they keep the ball for an hour and a half.
Well, they could though if
they could, but it doesn't get them anywhere.
Okay, guys, this has been the longest Premier League review of all time. Finally, we had Everton against Crystal Palace at Goodison Park on Monday night.
Lukaku scored 7 and 7. He's going to break Vardy's record.
Has it been 7 and 7?
Yep.
He is going to be world class.
And he also hit the bar. Yes, he is.
Enough Premier League. Move on.
Okay, Scott Dan got the equaliser.
It was a brilliant match, and I was really looking forward to it as well.
The last 30 minutes.
When we said we were doing the show tonight, I was like, I actually get to sit down and watch this because I actually really both like 2 teams because they both have a go. They're great.
How's Craig Bellamy on Monday Night Football?
I just can't stand him anyway. He was okay, but like he's no Gary Neville. But I think Frank Lampard is there next week for
Gary
Chelsea.
Neville will be back soon enough.
Leicester. When he's sacked in 6 months.
I don't think he'll last that long.
Well, Valencia do have a history of sacking a lot of managers. They've gone through a hell of a lot.
They will.
Never should have sacked Unai Emery.
Has the draws for the Champions League haven't been done?
Monday.
That's on Monday.
That's Monday. Okay, well then, as we'll go through the results here and then we'll talk about who tops the group. Okay, so first of all, we had Group D, Manchester City being Borussia Mönchengladbach. Sorry, 4-2 goals from. I don't even have to click on this. I presume Kevin De Bruyne and Sterling.
Do you have?
No, it was Wilfred Bonney, Sterling and
Sterling got
Silva. Sterling got 2.
Do you just have? Sorry, do you just have the groups in front of you, or do you have the fixtures like Tuesday and Wednesday?
I've got the fixtures here.
Tuesday was one of the most incredible nights in Champions League football there has been in a very long time.
It was amazing. Like Man United, within about 6 minutes, were in. They were out 5 times.
Five times.
Yeah.
6 minutes. It was like.
Let's get to that when we talk about the group. It was really.
But on the City thing, I was
having a great time.
I was getting so into like I was watching the multi-screen, the BT one, and they kept showing.
So they have all the games on.
They have the lads, and then say they were mostly on United because that was
the most at stake.
The most at stake. But whenever there's a goal or a red card or anything, they go to another game, and they have all the screens at the bottom of it all. So it's like fantastic. I was watching on the tablet, and it was just incredible. But like Sterling, even his second goal, which was like incredible.
Nice
it was
finesse.
Lovely, but like everything, they're really like I know Boney scored, but Boney's just not a very good.
No, he's not
forward. But if Sterling could do that consistently, he's well worth the 50 million.
Consistently, that was a Freudian slip if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, whatever.
Sevilla beat Juve with a goal from Llorente.
That could be bad for Juventus. They could get Barca or
yes, it wasn't enough though, obviously, because City topped the group with Juventus second.
They could get Barca, Bayern, or Madrid.
Okay. So then we had Group C here. Galatasaray and Astana. Jesus Christ, sorry. I can't look at this angle.
Kazakhstan.
Oh, are they, yeah?
It's their first ever thing in Europe, and they qualified for the Europa League, so they're pretty happy with themselves.
And Benfica and Atletico.
Oh, they beat Galatasaray, didn't they?
Galatasaray are out completely.
Atletico got ahead of. So if we go through predictions, I think everyone got the predictions right of the teams that got through, except for Man United.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because remember we went through at the start.
Who went through this group? It was Atletico and Benfica.
Atletico were top.
Okay.
Which you said Galatasaray would go through.
Did I?
You did. And I was like, oh no, Neil.
You manga.
No.
Sorry about that.
Atletico, very good.
I said I did say Atletico.
I think you said Atletico Galatasaray.
Yeah, okay.
But Benfica are always good at home.
True that. PSV beat CSK Moscow and Wolfsburg beat Man United. That's the biggest news really coming out.
The thing was,
first time Wolfsburg have ever qualified for the knockout stage, and the first time PSV have been there since 2007.
Yeah.
When Liverpool knocked them out, and Gerrard became Liverpool's top goal scorer in Europe.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you that
And
match.
they're not very good.
So talk about the United. When you kind of mentioned the United
when
thing.
you need a goal, you take off Nick Powell, or you take off an automatic and bring on Nick Powell.
With Ashley Young on the bench.
Yeah.
You've Ashley Young on the bench. Who's where? Your man Varela. I hadn't even heard of him about 2 weeks ago. Played him right back.
That's right.
Played Darmian. He went off injured. It's just like weird stuff. Weird.
Do you know who was really bad? Shirley.
He missed a sitter.
Yeah,
I thought
he
Draxler
kept giving the ball away.
Great in the first half.
If they had gone out,
Draxler always looks great, supposedly.
Shirley couldn't hang on to the ball.
The United thing is crazy, and Schweinsteiger, he's constantly coming under pressure from.
He's
United.
also banned for three
He's got
matches
3
as well for that elbow on Winston.
I
Good.
also liked that I'm on a WhatsApp group with a lot of United fans, and United needed a goal, and then they got an own goal. I was like, of course, it was the only way they were scoring. Of course, the joy only lasted them for a couple of minutes. So
It was.
great.
I had so much fun watching that.
Oh, it was incredible. It was just a best night of football.
One thing I will say for Van Gaal, they actually had a go, and they still lost.
Yeah.
So,
More on him later.
but Fellaini shouldn't have started. Absolutely, like him.
He shouldn't have
he's
started
fucking
without Ashley.
terrible. I know you're a fan now, and he's awful, especially in a 2 in midfield in Europe.
Martial-
Sure, you have to offer more.
Martial.
Carrick and Schweinsteiger should have played that game. Mata should have played the 90 minutes.
Well, that's what Owen Hargreaves thought.
Well,
Did you see that video
that
of him
was-
before the game?
That's
what I'm talking about.
I saw that live. I was watching this at the start. I was like, how can you leave your only guy who's won a Champions League on the bench?
Because he's now from South Cal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does have a bit of a weird accent.
He's
No,
half
he's-
Canadian, half English, half German.
I don't think he's half German. I think he just
He grew up there all
That's
his life.
right. The man is
That's why-
150%.
What do you mean?
33.3 actually.
No.
Well, you can't be half.
No,
and half.
because you said half.
He's third.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That would
Not
be
So
half.
that point 1 is Manchester then, because he played for both Manchester City.
Rafa Benitez equals
His
the-
own
Rafa
record.
His
Benitez
own
record.
record. Yeah, of the most goals or the biggest win in Champions League.
Ronaldo's doing what Michael Owen used to do when he played for Liverpool, where he'd score a lot of goals at one time and then not do anything else for a while, so he'd still be up there in goal stats. When I was giving out on the show, it didn't come out that I don't think Ronaldo deserves to be on the Ballon d'Or stage. People were like, well, he still scored more goals than Neymar. It's because of shit like this. He scores,
Yeah, well,
he
like,
scores multiples
You
against
look at Neymar's goal, like he got. I know it was the third goal in the Champions League, but he did get the winning goal, as in it sealed the game. The third goal, which put Juventus to bed in the final minute.
Did
scored in
Ronaldo
the
only
last
score
second.
one hat trick? Did Ronaldo only score one free kick?
Yeah, keeper was fucking awful. He should have saved about 5 of them.
Yeah, so
No,
Ronaldo-
of all the goals, he should have about 4.
Ronaldo got 4. Benzema got
No, he got 3. Benzema got 3.
No, it's
No,
four.
Ronaldo got four.
Got four.
Benzema got three.
Benzema got
Benzema
three.
got 2. Kovacic.
Isco. No.
No,
Sorry,
Kovacic
Benzema
didn't
got
get-
3. Ronaldo got 4. Kovacic.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then PSG bet Shakhtar Donetsk. Ibra, another record. Top goal scorer for PSG ever.
And also that.
How long has he been there? 4 seasons.
4 seasons, yeah.
That was
They've only
my
been a club for
that
very
was
short
my
time.
teaser from last week. She didn't get aired. How many goals had Ronaldo scored from free kicks?
Yes.
At the last.
Tell
he
your
scored-
listeners, you missed a great show.
He had scored 3 goals. This is his 3rd goal now from like 82 free kicks
And is he still number 1 free kick taker?
from Madrid, of course. But he's nowhere near. Like.
That's
it's,
terrible.
Like, it's really bad record.
Your
He
friend,
has,
your
like-
friend Lucas Moura got the other goal as well. So
He's
that's
very good.
That was a nice goal.
Madrid and PSG going through. Group
Well
H, Valencia and Lyon. Lyon actually won. Okay,
Their only win.
They
Ghent.
destroyed Valencia.
You were going to get Ghent.
and Ghent and PSG. So it's who's through then?
Ghent and
Lyon?
no,
Zenit.
Zenit didn't get their 18 points because Ghent went to beat them. So even if Neville had won, it made a difference. But
You see, AVB says he wants to leave Russia at the end of the season, which is now, but they're still in the Champions League, so he has to kind of hang on.
That's hilarious.
where's he going to go?
Swansea.
Liverpool. He was such a Liverpool manager.
No,
was.
no.
Oh, he was. He was.
We've never got a young upstart really besides Bren. It's usually somebody who's a bit seasoned.
I think he would have been a better appointment than Bren. Still would have failed miserably, but he might have got his top 4 at some point.
He went to
Bren got a second. Would you have got a second? Chelsea did bounce back
It's almost
from.
like AVB needs a cough suite, doesn't he?
He's got a great voice. Sorry, I sneezed.
It's fine. Do you need a cough sweet?
Nah, I have some tequila beer here.
Chelsea bounced back from the Premier League form by beating Porto 2-0.
Bubakar didn't score.
I was going to say, the fan. Did you see the manager in the airport?
No.
Just walking through and fans like coming up trying to grab him and trying to be like how bad he's doing. They're not very happy.
Porto were bottom.
Valencia got booed at half time. Imagine that in your first game. But Bubakar didn't play, and they're not very happy about that because
he's good.
He's the goal machine.
Well, Chelsea were there to be attacked. The own goal was so funny as well.
It was unlucky.
Typical. And then Williams' goal was good.
William is his technique is brilliant.
So hold on. So Porto are bottom of the Portuguese league.
No, of the Champions League group.
Okay, grand,
so if you look
at,
I'm just going to pick two teams who were always really not good, but Porto did win the Champions League. But two teams are always solid.
Yeah.
Porto and Lyon finished bottom of their groups. Kind of weird, isn't it? They're always kind of so consistently in there. They both finished bottom.
The Lyon thing. Weird. The Lyon thing.
You know, I guess
if Lyon haven't
Ghent, I would have said maybe not.
Lyon haven't been a decent Champions League team in a very, very
not
very,
since they lost Janino Mark II.
Yeah. So what? 2006.
Yeah.
No, 2010 or 11.
And Gorkov's form. I'd say 2009. Okay, moving on. Arsenal beat Olympiacos by 3-0. They needed a certain amount of goals to get through, which they did. So they're second in the group to Bayern Munich, who beat Dynamo Zagreb.
Was young Joel Campbell.
Yes, Lewandowski and both goals, and Giroud getting a hat trick.
He's good.
Sure.
Why is he getting so much stick? He's good. I've always said he's good. John hates him. He's good.
Who gives him stick?
John hates him.
I don't think he's very good.
His goal record, he scored more headed goals since he joined the Premier League than anyone else.
Man. Who would have beat him?
Benteke. He's big.
He gets a lot.
Who else is there? Then he scored.
Plus,
Giroud
plays for Arsenal and has like Sanchez, Ramsey, and Ozil giving the ball. And Benteke played for Aston Villa with Fabian Delph and some other retard.
You can't take it away from him, and he's also behind Aguero. He scored the most goals in the Premier League since he joined.
Yeah, and they're all pretty much irrelevant.
You can't.
Well, they get the Champions League football. Yeah.
It's a very good record he has. I think it's unfair.
Finally, Roma drew into Bate. We talked about Roma scraping through earlier, which is just phenomenal. And Leverkusen held Barcelona. So that's 2 draws in a row for Barca, which is very uncharacteristic.
They played the front five and kids.
Okay. So. All right, which they could afford to do. Okay, so moving on. Let's see. Teaser. So that was your Ronaldo teaser. We kind of already talked about that, did we?
Yeah.
Now you've got a new one. Do you want to talk about it?
Name the 3 Campbells to play for Arsenal in the Premier League.
I have the obvious 2.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys get it. I don't know how far back you're...
okay.
No, we don't.
Okay.
It wasn't in the Premier League, though.
All right. So, awards. Your spoof of the week.
Van Gaal.
Why?
Because just on United's form, but also saying that he's done better in competitions this year than last year because they had 2 rounds in the Carling Cup instead of 1.
Yeah,
so they won against Ipswich and went out to Middlesbrough this year, and last year they just lost to MK Dons.
Yeah,
so he's not wrong.
I'd go exactly with Van Gaal. Yeah, especially even his tactics was just bizarre.
I'm gonna go with Michael Owen.
Also because the I was gonna also have him for when City barely score or they never win. When they never score, they barely win.
Yeah, they barely win. Also, him breaking down. Did you see that? Joe Dottie put it up of him just literally having a malfunction. He goes,
oh yeah,
tremendous.
He's something else, isn't he? Do you think he's right though when he says Van Gaal's team is worse than Moyes'?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going through it
It's
today.
a bad league.
I'd probably only keep about 3 or 4 with the starting 11.
I keep De Gea. I keep Smalling. Blind.
Maybe Carrick.
I give Darmian a go.
I think Carrick's a bit. I listened to
Carrick.
Listened to an hour-long interview with Carrick today. It's quite good.
With who? With Carrick?
Yeah, he did. Graham Hunter, the journalist, has a podcast.
I keep Schneiderlin.
Schneider's been poor for them.
I know, but me and Dan last week had a discussion about what Van Gaal does to good players.
Yeah, but he's a defensive midfielder. He should be perfect for Van Gaal.
That is one way of looking at it. But you have to remember, John, he never, no matter how good you are, right? If you're younger than...
Since we're on this, by the way, just so we can move on, my hero of the week is Michael Owen.
Oh, can I finish my point?
Oh, I thought, yeah, sorry.
So-
Well, it's just because we were on United, but it's kind
Yeah,
of
no, but this is what I mean. Like, I'm just about him. If you're like under 25, 26, right, and you've made a big move, I think
neither
that
of those things.
Huh? Yeah, exactly, right? And neither is Dan. But, like, if you make a big move and you don't get, like, a regular run in this bigger team that you've moved into, it's kind of very hard to look good. So I think, if anything, Schneiderlin's issue is probably the fact that he hasn't been trusted.
Yeah, he hasn't. I think you need to be playing regular, to be honest.
He very rarely plays these days, it seems.
Because he shouldn't have to.
Huh?
There's been big games he should have been playing in. Against Arsenal, for example, because he's the only one who can run in the middle.
Yeah.
Carrick and Schweinsteiger, who are good, they've got qualities, but not to be running after Sanchez and Ramsey from midfield. No, he can't do that.
The two players that were signed for free before, like, this season, the Schweinsteiger and Milner that we all kind of praised when they happened, they're really showing why they're...
Well, Schweinsteiger was
Clubs
bought
let
for
them
20
free.
million.
Oh, I thought that was a free.
No,
What?
no.
Oh, that's atrocious.
It was like
Oh,
18.
no.
It was like 18, 20 million.
No, it's way less.
Oh, then he's
way less. They
15.
got him on an absolute bargain.
It wasn't free anyway.
No, but it was like barely over 10.
No, it was definitely
It was
over
over
10. None of them were
Well,
remembering.
you thought it was free, but
No. There was a
No, no, no,
reported fee, and then it came out that it was
he's
actually far
on
less.
150 grand a week though.
Oh, no doubt. Hero of the week is Michael Owen.
My I don't know if you guys watch this. BT again, fourth mention. They do a Champions League roundup, and it was Rio Ferdinand, Paul Scholes, Gary Lineker, and Michael Owen. And Michael Owen gets another 2 seasons in my eyes after he was just fantastic. Gary Lineker was like, "Are United doing the doing a Liverpool on it?" And all that sort of.
Ferdinand's head just like got that. Scholes started laughing and Owen's smiling.
Yeah, Owen's like, I'm the only one smiling at all, and like, but there's loads of good stuff coming out. But like, this season, the way it is now, Ferguson would have had it won by now.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know.
Depends on squad.
Moisey
though.
wasn't the right man for the job, but Moisey took over a side that had easily won the league. Moisey, as I'm calling him.
Fellaini.
He wasn't the right man. Van Gaal has done worse. Van Gaal butchered that team, took it completely apart, sold everyone that.
Can I just say Van Gaal had been getting away with it for an awful long time. I've always said it on the show.
United needed to get top 4, and they got top 4. You can't really take that away from. If that was
if
a
it was
minimum,
Moyes though in that position, he'd be getting slaughtered.
yeah,
And it's only in the last 3 weeks Van Gaal's got any criticism against him.
yeah,
That's so untrue.
It's definitely true.
He's got a lot more than
so
last
last
3
season,
weeks.
none.
Well, you know,
Last season it
I don't know
was
if
a bit.
could Moyes have even gotten top 4. This is the question.
maybe.
We'll never know. But okay,
Well,
so
last
Michael Owen for good banter is hero of the week.
I just thought he was
My
pretty good.
my hero of the week is Naismith of Everton. He goes and buys
yeah.
Elda homeless people in Glasgow Christmas dinner, and he goes around and makes sure he gets all food for Christmas. I think that's nice,
That's really nice.
isn't it?
Can I just
Good
jump in
man,
and say,
nice man, Naismith.
you know the way Bayern Munich do all the stuff around, basically Bayern with all like kids and pubs and all that. Basically, they've a good relationship with all the fans and
Yeah,
stuff.
you mean Munich now because they're not from
Yeah.
Bayern, they're from Munich.
Whatever.
You know Real Madrid from Real.
That's basically what I did there. I was trying to think of what I was saying next.
From
before I get into
Rialto. So go on.
it. But
Dubs and knees.
Pep Guardiola was doing this thing in front of kids, this coaching thing, and this one kid came up and told him where he got it wrong against Wolfsburg the season before. Said you should have had so and so marking De Bruyne, and Guardiola goes, "Well done," shook his hand, and then basically kicked him in the arse.
Good.
Well, I just thought it was quite good.
I've also another spoofer, by the way. It's the man sitting to the very left of me. First of all, for sending me the wrong clip last week. Number 2,
Oh,
what happened last night?
Well, that wasn't my fault.
Well, stop.
Yeah, my wife bought Dan's Christmas present because she happens to be his brother or his sister, as the things may go. And
B, ending in D.
yeah, and she got him a Leeds jersey that we had bought him the year before.
The exact same thing that I've Gary
It's
Speed
like a
on the back of now.
retro jersey.
Do you remember, you know the Gary Speed jersey I've got?
oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you wish you had 2 of them?
Yeah, I just wanted another one. So they got me the exact same thing.
That's nice.
I was like, Dan, I'll be up, don't worry. I'll be up. Come up there. You gave me this last year.
Oh, I didn't.
They
I
did
don't-
get me a different card, though, this year. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited about it.
No, I told her that, you know, from now on I'll field your present. Because I really should, you know. But see, Claire was like very adamant. She had it in her head that she wanted to have all the Christmas shopping done by December 1st.
Yes.
And
Fair.
when she was doing this in November, I was like, okay. You know, I'm not going to argue with that. But yeah, so I'll look after it from now on.
Good.
Okay.
Well, so I'm getting 2 presents next week.
No.
Concept.
I'm just kidding. Your goal of the week, John.
Moreno's? Wolfsburg second.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that was very nice.
I'd go with that, and also honourable mention to Ronaldo's second goal. I thought was great.
Yeah. Did he look good again? Or was it just the opposition?
He looked good against a terrible team and a goalkeeper. He was a bit worse than me. So
Fantasy time. All right.
Oh, Neil off the bottom.
Yeah, we talked about that. All right, let's just do the top 10.
Top five.
Top 10. Go ahead, John.
Sorry, I know no one mentioned it, but that keeper in the German league with the penalty, Elfsberg keeper.
Great man. He got fined for it.
Yeah, which is right.
Sorry, what happened?
Elfsberg. There's loads of funny stories behind this. The team they were playing, a man came to their training and gave the striker a chocolate Santa, because apparently there's a story that if you give someone a chocolate Santa, I don't know how it works, it'll take them out of the bad times they're having and thinking that he would score again, right? So in the match, they got a penalty and he stood up to take it. And while Osberg were complaining about it shouldn't have been a penalty, the keeper dug his foot into the penalty spot and
I
started
did
spinning
see
it
this.
around.
I did see
and
this.
then walked away. And apparently after the match, the keeper came out and went,
The keeper saved it.
yeah, the keeper goes, I'm sorry for what I did, but I'd never saved a penalty before.
That's amazing.
So
I
don't know
thought you
if
were
it's
going
my
to
hero
say
spoof or
that the
whatever,
keeper
but
was going to pull a chocolate Santa out of his trunks and throw it at him as he was taking the penalty. Say,
you know,
Or chocolate Santa saved
Triple
on the
H
line.
with the
this is a different type of chocolate Santa. All right, so top 10, we have, I literally can't read from here. Okay, Darren Hillard's in top 10. Shane Lahart is 9. We have Michael Tobin in 8. John Saunders in 7. Dave Brady in 6. Gary Kiernan in 5. Dave Nolte in 4. Stephen Vincent in 3. Brian Donahue in 14 with the nice people. Noel Keeley.
No, John Carroll here.
Noel Keeley. Wait, were you top last week?
No.
Okay, so Dan is on his birthday week, very apt, has knocked Noel off
the
his pedestal.
reigning champion.
Reigning champion, yeah.
I think it's gonna be Timmy and Noel.
Hold on, where's John?
He's 11th, I think.
John, I'm coming for you, right? My goal is to get.
I've already had a terrible week.
John Carroll, he's coming for you.
I'm coming for you.
I had Sturridge in my team, and on Monday I heard he was injured, so I took him out for the player I don't like.
Giroud?
No, Lukaku. And then
also another good player.
And Coutinho was still injured, so I took him out for Firmino, and then Coutinho was back today, so I swapped it again. And then Coutinho came on today, so I'm already down like 8 points.
And just for making switches.
Yeah.
Oh, John. Terrible stuff. All right, if you like the show, please go to facebook.com/ITK Soccer Show.
And wish me a happy birthday.
Don't do that. Listening is long enough. It's a long show.
Yeah.
We
fairly
treated
long.
you because there was no show last week.
Yeah, I suppose. So, go to facebook.com/ITK Soccer Show. It's the best way to keep up to date with the most recent shows. They'll be listed there. You can find the ITK Soccer Show on Dan O'Carroll's YouTube page. You can also go to SoundCloud/ITK Soccer Show and give us a follow on Twitter. Twitter.com/ITK Soccer Show. Until next week, we'll probably be back around. There's no European football next week. Oh, wait! Europa League. Liverpool topped their group. We didn't talk about this. Did you see the game?
Ireland's group is going to be announced on Saturday.
That's true. Did you see the game?
It was atrocious.
It was the worst. That's 2 games
Half
in a
the
row.
pitch was frozen.
2 games in a row now without a goal for Klopp's men.
Oh, we have West Brom, so it's going to be 3.
Okay, so
Dan's gone.
there we go. Well, we could, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Maybe off air. All right, so yeah, we'll be back probably on Tuesday morning next week with all the latest news and Premier League results. Please share the show if you like it, and keep us in mind. Talk to you soon.